Hello everyone, I'm Broffy1322 and welcome to some more community verified tracks, the last from Wave 2. This video is brought to you by all the scumbags listed on the scumbags page of my website. Big thank you to everyone listed there for your long time and extra support. Oh, I got the boost start, I shouldn't have done that. So, we're back again. Super's D tier race for this one. I decided to use the Entity because I haven't used the Entity in ages. Starting off with a well-made city track, as the notes suggest. Some of the criticisms for it were related to the fact that I think it was made on PS4, so still some limitations of that could be better when made on PS5 with the 300 props and extra prop removal and whatnot. But any of you who are still on PS4, I'm assuming you'll probably still be able to race this one. There's no guarantee that those on Xbox One and PS4 will be able to race any of the tracks that we showcase, but some of them might make it anyway. I like it so far. Pretty unique layout. But yeah, we're at the end of the second wave of submissions. Okay, we should have gone through there probably. So submissions have been reopened now. For those who submitted a track in the previous wave, you can resubmit if you want to submit the same track again or submit a different track. All the forms in which you can submit circuits, you can submit 2 circuits every wave, 1 regular circuit and 1 off-road or stunt or other kind of track. All on Broffy.com/verified. That's where you get all the info that you need for that, all the rules and what you can submit, what you can't submit, how to submit, all that kind of stuff. All on Broffy.com/verified. It's all linked in the description as well. And the spreadsheet that contains all the scores for all of the tracks is also linked on Broffy.com/verified. So if you did submit in the previous wave, you can find how your track did in terms of scores and what it needs to do, little notes that might help it in terms of what it needs to do to get verified in the future. But yeah, wave 3 now open. Damn, been a long time since I drove the Entity. It's still a nice car, isn't it? Still a lovely car to drive. Still the best Entity. 2013. They just made cars better back then, didn't they? Yeah, really nice, well-made city track this. I like the layout. It's kind of a unique layout as well. The long... Oh, that wasn't great because of the bush. The long straights, the smoothing, the... connecting different parts of the map and elevation change and whatnot. Really nice. The Entity is so good. This is so well planted. Don't make cars like this anymore, unfortunately. Wish they did. It's got such good grip. It's interesting how the Italia's pulled away on the first half of the lap in the straights, and then I've been able to pull it back in the corners. The pressure told, and I actually get a win. Look at that. Can you believe it? I can't. Sweet. Yeah, I like some of the comments in the chat on that previous race. Great car, yeah. How do we buy it? What is the entity? I've never seen it on the websites before. Unreal. Such a good car. No longer a bit. Oh, what a start from the Greenwood. Well, it would have been if the Hellfire didn't give a nice little bump to the Drift Yosemite. I mean, there was just a passenger there. What a mess of a start. Okay, really? I thought, oh, I'll just use some cars that I don't normally use, picking the Greenwood for this Muscle C tier race. I've been absolutely bullied for my choice. Do people just not like the Greenwood or something? I don't know how nobody has waited for anything that's happened right now. It's Xbox in disguise. Yeah, we're still on PS5, right? So yeah, to finish the point from the first race, talking about privy.com/verified and everything in the description. All the links for all the tracks that we're seeing today are also in the description, as always, so you can add them to your game. There's also a link to the playlist, so you can just add the playlist and play that through if you want. But obviously, if you want to continually, that playlist changes every month, so if you want to continually play the tracks, you have to add the tracks yourself, and you can add them to your own playlists and whatnot. But you can also load up the playlist, always have that bookmarked every month, just play through and it'll be a new selection of tracks, and then bookmark them from the in-game menu on the lobby screen at the end. I feel at a major disadvantage. This Greenwood was not a good pick. I'm so down on top speed to these Gauntlet Hellfires. I didn't brake check box. It was an attempt at a brake boost. I mean, it was successful, wasn't it? It was a brake boost. Yeah, I'm not catching anybody in this Greenwood. Bye bye. Nice track though. This feels like a fresh new route around the sort of Blaine County hilly area. Track extension and completely fresh parts of the track here, completely custom created sections, elevation change. Wish there wasn't as much open curbs in some of the places, but apart from that, I like that under the bridge section. Very top speed oriented though. I do catch up a lot in the corners. The Gauntlet Hellfire is not the best corner wise, but it does have the top speed on me. Oh, this is the random. We had to start the session from a public session because of course we did. Otherwise someone would have crashed. But the unfortunate aspect of that was that we got a random joining and they're not paying attention to the car selection. Seems like they're racing relatively cleanly though. But yeah, that is probably an HSW Vigero ZX. Or might be just a regular Vigero ZX actually if HSW was turned off. If good host box, who didn't get rid of the random in the first place, thought to turn HSW off, it might just be regular Vigero ZX. I've said Vigero ZX too much now. Too much top speed for the Greenwood to succeed. But yeah, no PC tracks today, but again, PC submissions are definitely not what they used to be. And they never used to be that great either, so... I mean, I'm not surprised. PC's getting shafted left, right and centre. No expanded and enhanced. No extra prop usage that PS4 and Series X have, or prop removal. But yeah, no PC tracks today. It's just we got 6 on PS5 and 4 on Xbox to finish off the finish off wave 2 of submissions. Well, that was disappointing in the Greenwood. Nice track though. So next up we've got a well-made, unique, full custom track that doesn't use any Apex props. So that might be interesting to see. In Sport Classics D tier, which is the US versus Europe versus USA tier, with the Coquette Classic, 190Z and Monroe. I chose the Coquette Classic again with the idea of using something that I don't normally use. I normally pick the Monroe in this tier. I have picked the 190Z a few times, and I've raced it a few times. The Coquette Classic I never use. So, in the spirit of just using something different again. Oh, this looks interesting. Yeah, the 190Z absolutely has the grip advantage around here. I think that was the pick. Good idea. Yeah, interesting. Full custom track. It's so difficult to do stuff like this. Like, Blaine County is a good area to start building a track. And then it's also a good area to start sort of experimenting with custom track pieces and sections and whatnot. But to then be able to create a completely full custom circuit to a high standard. I mean, some of the lowest standard tracks and highest standard tracks, I would say, are completely full custom tracks, ironically. People can sometimes just plonk a lot of props together. Sorry. People can just plonk a lot of props together randomly in a lot of those really badly made Formula 1 recreation tracks like Silverstone in mid-air, and it's just completely flat and boring and open, full throttle every corner and whatnot. Those are like some of the worst kind of tracks, completely custom made. But then you've got something like this with the undulation, the different corner styles, the visual aspects as well look really good. Like, very nice. Yeah, okay. Now I see. Speaking of real-world tracks, this is meant to be Road Atlanta. The name actually is Road Atlanta. It should be Road Atlanta-ish. Because it definitely doesn't feel exactly like Road Atlanta. And that's the problem with real-world recreations of tracks on GTA. But this is a pretty cool allegory of it. Is that the right word to use? Road Atlantis. Yeah. Very nicely made. I've always liked Road Atlanta as well as a track. Yeah, it's very good. It is a very good GTA version of Road Atlanta. And I think that's how we've seen these real-life track recreations work best in the past. When they're not trying to exactly recreate it one for one, just give the same feeling. Cool. Alright, rallycross track. This time I'm in the opposite that I would normally take with the Tropos. Again, I like the Tropos. I just like the Omnis better. Contact to the start. Sorry, I get to do a little bit of easy mode today with the Tropos. Yeah, the notes. Okay, that happened. Absolutely murdered. Nobody waited for any of that. I don't know whether it was like a culmination of multiple people all coming together or something, and it wasn't just one person, but could have easily been the random or something in his bloody issy sport. Oh, someone did wait. Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that then. Yeah, the notes, what I was going to say before I got destroyed was the notes for this one say unique location for a rallycross track, and yeah, I agree. It is a very unique location for a rallycross track. There's actually two issy. Why are there two issy spots? I mean, I know why there's one of them, because we got a random. Thankfully, he doesn't have a La Carouse, I suppose. Yeah, where is the Joker? I haven't seen where the Joker lap is actually. Yeah, unique location for a rallycross track. I wouldn't have thought that this sort of location would actually work, but yeah, it really does actually. There's enough grass and off-road areas to sort of make this work. It's kind of bumpy. It is a lot of... Oh, there's the Joker lap. You go straight on over there. Okay. There is a lot of road. But I mean, that's okay. There is still some off-road bits, and there's a jump. You know, it's got all the hallmarks of a rallycross track. I think one of the problems when there's a rallycross track that's made and it has a lot of road sections, one of the main problems with that is when the road sections why are a lot of people going for the Joker lap? I think one person went for it and everyone just followed. I don't think nobody had to. But yeah, one of the problems is when like there's some off-road sections to the track, but they're all like all the braking zones, all of the cornering, all of the actual areas where you need a bit of skill, those are all on the road. So the off-road sections are just like the straight bits, and there's just no point to them really. Whereas this does have, you know, bits of cornering, bits of braking, stuff like that on the off-road sections, which kind of makes the difference, even if there's only a small amount of off-road sections in total. But yeah, there's a lot of like decoration, you know, the grandstands. It looks like there's an observation tower. You've got the Joker lap. It is a nice example of a rallycross track in, yeah, a unique location. Cool. So, Box, our perfect host who's doing everything right this morning, has said any sports car is available for this one. But then it was on Supers, and then didn't turn HSW off, so since I never used the HSW weaponized Ignis, I thought, okay, I'll just take full advantage. I don't even know what a La Carouse is. I haven't been playing. Okay, that's why Box didn't know about the, because we did mention about the La Carouse. If he said any sports car, that basically just means the La Carouse only if HSW is left on. But we appreciate you, Box, for hosting the playlist and getting it all sorted, so I don't have to. Straight in the wall. I saw the sign for the U-turn and I kept braking, thinking, okay, where's this U-turn coming? And then GT Driver showed me exactly. But yeah, I mean, again, sticking with the idea of using cars that I don't normally use. I never use the HSW weaponized Ignis. I haven't used it since it was released and I tested it. Because we never race with HSW top supercars. They're stupid cars, really. The lap times that they get are just... the fact that it's the weaponized Ignis. Like, why couldn't they have just made the regular Ignis have the HSW upgrades? Or better yet, make the older supercars like the Entity have an HSW upgrade or an adder. And forget about all this fancy new stuff. Going even quicker. It's going to take me a bit, I think, to get used to the weaponized Ignis. Its levels of grip and speed. Cool track, though. So we did race just over there as well. So it's like crossing over itself in different ways. Damn, the custom creations on some of the parts of this track are really cool. Like really excellent, high quality connecting sections and track extensions. Cool little bridge. Like this whole section's really like... I mean, I do normally like Blaine County, Grapeseed area tracks. But this kind of... This is a bit extra, this. I'm definitely not maximizing this weaponized Ignis. Why don't you paint your rims? Because I like them being alloy. I think painted rims don't look... I just don't like the painted rims. Feels more natural and normal to me for them to be the alloy colour. There'll be every so often I'll do painted rims for a specific car or something, like black or whatever, if the theme of the car and the colour of the car dictates it, but most of the time I just like them being alloy. And I certainly don't like coloured rims. If I have a pink car and pink rims, I just don't think it looks good. But it's just personal preferences, isn't it? This is a very nice track. I love this segment as well. This whole section, both on the right hand side and then this side. and then going into the hairpin. It's really cool. Alright, last track for PS5. Another rallycross, or not rally. Well, rallycross, rally, whatever it is. Beachside Rally it's called anyway. I've chosen the Sultan again because I'm trying to pick things that I don't normally use. Hey, if there's a decent amount of road sections, the Sultan might not have been too bad of a pick actually. Oh, we're going to go on the beach though, aren't we? I can feel it already. The Sultan is better on road than all the other cars in the rally sub-tier, but it's worse off-road. God damn it! It wasn't a good pick. It's alright though, it's all about using different things today. I don't know why I chose to do that, but hey ho. Mixing it up a little bit. And yeah, it's all about the tracks anyway. It's not about the racing or the results. It's all about showcasing these great creations from great creators that you can add to your own game down below with the links in the description. And you can submit your own tracks. All on brookey.com/verified for all the info. I forgot about the Sultan's lack of brakes. Yeah, there's not enough road sections for the better grip of the Sultan to do enough, and then I just lose it all on the big long straight on the beach because the Sultan has no better off-road traction loss than any other car and these other rally cars do. Okay, well, a Flash GT is obviously, I mean, we won't count that one, and now we don't have to. But yeah, that's kind of exactly what I was talking about when we did the other rallycross track. The straight where I lose a load of time, the beach bit, it's just a straight. It's literally off-road on a straight bit. So, you know, to call this a rally, there's only like 2 corners or something that are actually off-road corners. That's what I was kind of getting towards with my point that I was making previously. It's like, yeah, you can have some off-road sections, but if all the corners and all the braking points are all on road, it's not really an off-road rally. You know, you've got a bit of, it's just paved over all this bit. So that doesn't really count as any off-road corners. This is the only real off-road corner is right here. Everything else is just like a regular road circuit. Was going to happen. I couldn't make up my mind. So yeah, it's a fun little track. I just think more could be done on the beach. I do like, you know, the pit buildings used around the outside of this corner are pretty cool. And again, it's being able to utilize sort of 300 props in a short area, which is pretty, you know, it's always nice visually and being able to add things that you wouldn't normally do, but I just think it needs a little bit more to be considered an actual rally, you know. Just needs a bit more. God damn it. Especially considering the whole name of it is Beachside Rally. I was kind of expecting a little bit more on the beach. Because at the minute it's literally just 2 corners. Nice though. Muscle In, remade with a bridge. No boost at the start. We're on Xbox now, so these are the 4 Xbox tracks we've got again to finish Wave 2, and again all linked in the description. That Arbiter GT has just flown off the line. It's going to crash at the first corner though. Look at it go all over the place! Damn, it managed to survive the first corner. Yeah, it's 2 long straights at the start of Muscle In, isn't it? So the Arbiter GT HSW, as long as you can keep it going in a straight line. So, presumably... Ooh, so presumably this has been submitted as like a themed circuit. Muscle In is the classic Rockstar created circuit, and it looks like this track has tried to keep it largely the same as the original, but without the crossover. So we got a bridge. It's using the old style props, so it's still the old style track. So it is still classified as a land race, it's not classified as a stunt race. I feel like if you're gonna remake it, you might as well go a little bit, I don't know, more than just... Oh, it is classified as a stunt race. It has stunt prop signs. Okay. Yeah, it feels like you should do a bit more. Just get rid of all the props. Like there's a lot of lampposts still around. Better apex props, obviously, more up to date. So that's basically what's been changed. This is Muscle In with better, more modern apex props. And and a bridge to get rid of the crossover. Muscle In was very popular back in the day for hot lappers. I know Shaggy, G-Unit, used to enjoy hot lapping Muscle In. I think a lot of people did. It was one of the very few muscle car Rockstar tracks, so there was a little bit more of an element of skill involved in it. Especially considering the Pisswasser Dominator was, you know, usually the quickest at the time. Oh no! I never did that, but I never hot lap tracks anyway. No, it is a land race. Okay, we're getting differing thoughts on whether it's a land race or a stunt race. But either way, I don't know. I would like to have seen some of the props, the lampposts being removed a little bit more. But it's certainly more raceable. It's certainly a much more raceable Muscle In than the original. I think it's fine to keep it as a land race though, and try to stick with the original intent of the race. Like not use a lot of stunt props and custom road sections and all sorts. Just don't see much point in... Well, it depends on how close you want to... how close you want to keep it to the original, I suppose. Like, what do you want to change? What do you want to keep? That's the creator's decision, I guess. Cool. It was fun to do the track with the bridge. I do like the bridge. It's nice. The new race buildings and some of the stunt signs don't turn the race into a stunt race for some reason. Yeah, that's what I thought. And it's even though it's got the stunt race counter as well, I think it's still classified as a land race though. Unnatural Selection. Regular track. The only regular track actually for this one. The first and last ones are in the themed category, and the third one is a rally track, or an off-road track. Well, I got the boost. I did. That was weird. I didn't get the boost, and then it gave me it. So Palito Bay, regular circuit. Super's C tier. I'm not able to choose cars I don't normally use on Xbox. I don't have enough cars for that to be the case. Tempester's going to be the pick, I imagine. So Palito Bay, and then we got some track extension, because you kind of have to do that these days. But especially so on a Palito Bay track, because there's just not enough. There's not enough of the map to actually do too much with. And a Palito Bay track that only uses the roads in Palito Bay has been done a million times at this point. Driving. See, I'm trying to. It's the custom section that is the bit that's going to set this sort of track apart, because the rest of it is sort of standard Palito Bay in a way. Custom section has elevation, undulation. Yeah, I want to be over to the right for that one. Extends the track, it makes a Palito Bay track be something a bit more. It's exactly what you need to do for a decent Palito Bay track. I like some of the smoothing of some of the roads, because Palito Bay can be quite bumpy in some areas. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You don't often see custom sort of sections on a Palito Bay track go over on this area of the map. They're usually sort of to the side of Palito Bay in a way, whereas this is more towards the top end of it, which is kind of refreshing to see. Good corner variety as well. And yeah, it does, it fits nicely around the landscape, the natural landscape that's there as well. I always like that. Oh god, land it. Only lost a position. Yeah, I do always like that when custom sections of tracks try to incorporate some of the landscape that they're wrapping around, rather than just like going in the sky or something like that. Alright, creative rallycross track in a location which is not used very well a lot of the time. What it says for this one, so I'm excited. We're in an off-roads class as well, so we get to use some off-road vehicles rather than just your standard rally cars. Trophy truck's all I have, but it was open off-roads really, apart from, well, HSW, no HSW, so no monstrosities, but Draugrs, and yeah, the Rattel is there as well. machos are available. Made it work. I like it when there's areas like that where you can sort of go a little bit wide but carry the speed on the bit of a off-road banking. And this is a very unique rallycross track. I really like this because of some of the areas that I've used to my advantage on this first lap. Like the bit where you've got a bit of extra runoff on the outside of the hairpin to carry some speed, and you know, sometimes it might be a quicker line to carry some speed up. And then the area where, you know, you've got to like really go hard on the left-hand corner and carry the speed around the banking in a way. Like stuff like that makes things really interesting on races like this. And oh god. Being able to do something like that, I doubt you'd be able to do it in rally cars, but the fact that you could do it in off-roads and still make it work. Having a good fight with the Rattel. Yeah, see, it's kind of even which way you do it. Pace-wise, it remains to be seen how it would be in rally cars, but this is a hell of a lot of fun in off-roads. This is a really cool section as well, and the bridge, like the custom bit really adds to the whole thing. This is so much fun. The Draga's just so much faster though. I mean, the Rattel is a little bit faster than the trophy truck, but it's enough that it's still relatively even. Baggins can slow down in his Draga and still go past us. I haven't seen where the Joker Lap is. It is a rallycross track. Again, has plenty of areas of off-road cornering, which is always good. No, I did it too much. Specky flew to the line as well. That's good fun. So there's all notes for all of these tracks, and the note for this one just says Carnage. So that's all I've got to go on with this one. It is said to work best with more than 20 players, so we will keep that in mind as we go around. That it's probably, you know, it might be a little bit. Wait, where's? It might be a. The blimp message just says sorry. Wait, traffic is on. Oh my god, traffic is on, and they're getting launched by the. Is traffic meant to be up? Oh, can you get taken out by traffic? if the traffic hits the boost at the right moment and you're going over the crossover. I also can't understand the big... Oh god. Oh god. No. I don't understand the big loops either. Does the traffic go up those and like come down and explode on top of you or something? Or because the track doesn't go on those. Oh my god, there's more. The traffic's... Yes, they do. Okay. So the traffic could end up going up on those loops, getting boosted around and landing on top of you, exploding. Oh god, Carnage was right. Oh my... There was a scrap truck in the background there. And then you've got to dodge the traffic that gets put onto the road. It's like debris. You've got to dodge the other drivers. Oh, that traffic just decided to reverse. Thanks for that. At least the Dune has some, you know, weight behind it. Oh my god! The saddler with the trailer just flying. Oh man. Oh, there's the explosion. Oh, there's extra explosive, like, gas tanks as well. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is... I mean, this is carnage enough with, what, like 8 people? 7 people? Whatever we've got right now? When the description says turn off custom cars in the lobby for a selection of meme vehicles, then you know you're in for a time. Because this is the thing, it doesn't have to be in June, so you could do this in like Pantos or something, and then in which case the traffic is going to absolutely wipe you out. Like the June is relatively impervious to the traffic because it's so heavy. Oh my god, this the traffic's just getting launched. But yeah, you could do this in a whole host of there's just NPCs walking around. Oh, it's getting worse. It's getting worse with the debris, and the debris just being other traffic. What an excellent idea though, to work the traffic into the carnage. Oh my god. I mean, we'll have to give it a try with 30 players on a regular stream, maybe even in Pantos or something. I'm gonna hate every second of it, but we've got to at least try it at some point. What an excellent idea. Oh god. Come on, stick to the inside. Fighting for second. Oh my god. Oh, very good. Oh man. That yeah, craziness. That was crazy enough with just 8 people. Again, all the links for all the tracks that we've seen today are down below in the description. We had 4 Xbox tracks, 6 PS5 tracks, and then the submissions have been reopened as well for you to submit your own circuits. Once again, if you submitted previously, or even if you didn't submit previously, you can do so. All the rules and everything is all on brother.com/verified. And the links to submit your circuits. Yeah, get them submitted, and we'll see even more in a month's time from Wave 3.